So this is the completed spring. I'm not totally happy with it, but that's to be expected with anything of this level of urgency and somewhat complicated nature. I took advantage of a socket, an old nasty 1/4 inch socket, and I brazed onto it a length of the leg of this spring that I had in the bin there. Now the system is not as stiff as I would like, but it is able to manage the two force states, enough force to hold the clutch pedal in an upright position, presenting it to your foot, and it's also able to hold the clutch pedal in a down position, which maintains it for when there's traffic. So I'm going to try to move this between the two states, and we can see the level of force that's applied by the spring. It has an over-camming action, which means it's essentially neutral about in the middle of the travel, which for this is about right here, and then it reverses its force direction and assists you in applying the pedal. Let's see if I can put some limit stops on this, which will make it more apparent what's actually going on. Maybe like this. Let's see. Oh, I see. That's about the limit in this direction. So I should have had this started before I started about 35 millimeters. Let me grab a socket. Let's try this one. Oh, and it falls right out of the hole. That's really cute. And onto the floor. That's not as cute. And then it hits me in the hand. None of this is cute. Alright, let's see here. Let's try this one. Well, that's much too large, so we'll go like something like that. No, it needs to be about right there. About right there. So, if I'm able to position this guy here, how's that? That's about it right there. Great. So, let's give ourselves some... My goodness. Okay, that's a little further than it is, but that's close. It gives an idea anyway. And then the other direction is about right there. I guess I probably could cut a piece of wood that would suffice. I wonder if this is the right size in any event. I don't think so. Alright, well, here we have the spring pulling the clutch pedal down, and the overcam occurs right here, and then the up position is right about there, the highest position. So just for a reference frame. We'll say that move this up a little bit, this up a little bit. There we are. So the highest position is there, which is, we'll set that at 10 inches, and then we'll drive down 1 inch. So 10 inches there. Okay, so this is the zero set position. So we move 1, 2, 3, 4, and about 5 is the place at which we begin to have a zero force. And then 6, we've got force coming on, 7, 8, and 9. So we've got 4 units of travel that are spring assisted, and we've got 5 units of travel that are spring resisted. As to whether that's going to remain a functional spring for more than a few cycles, we'll find out. I use the socket as a bearing, and that helps index that spring, and then the hook grabs on the notch in the lever, and I just braze them together so as not to weaken the metal excessively, although it's probably not as good of a spring as it used to be in that one vicinity, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, there it is. So now I just get to put it all back together again. See what happens. So we need a little bit of lubrication. All right. I also looked under the car and found that I have a pretty savage oil leak coming from the left-hand side of the engine, which is the location where the oil filter head mounts onto the engine block, and the excess pressure relief spring valve is installed. So I'm going to have to look at that before I say this thing's ready for the road again. So what's next? Let's see. I think I can probably determine how to put in this brake. Yeah. This guy sits on there. It holds something. Let's see, where does that bear? Not like this, it must go like that. And it needs to hold the pedal up, so it goes like that. Does that correspond to marks? It does. Okay. So then I need to position it thusly. I think that'll work. And we'll put in the stud that way, huh? Well, it might look better if it's coming the other direction. Okay, a little bit of grease time. This is full synthetic grease, disc, brake, wheel bearings, chassis, suspension, U-joints. I think I need to rotate that pivot pin so so that it's not bearing directly on the split, but it's bearing on a solid portion. Let's see if we can do this here without breaking it. I'm going to go this way. Not really. Not so much. Let's see, what if I drive that out and redrive it? My goodness, that's difficult. Nope. Okay. Socket is not the best. What I should have done is filled it up with brass and re-drilled a hole in it so I'd have a long brass bearing, but that's okay. As long as I put it in correctly, I think it'll be fine. Guess that was the easy side. So it's lubricated now. I'll put some little bit on the edge here. Okay. Right, and a little bit inside the clutch pedal. As well as this pivot, sides, and this thing. That's going to be an interesting setup. There we go. Okay. This spring probably could use some lubrication on it. So I think, how are we going to do this? Because I've got to remove both pedals. No, I've got to have one pedal removed in order to get the pedal box in. I think I better put the brake pedal in because it has this fitted spring. I don't have any other way to hold it, so like so. How should I do this? Probably which way does it have to go? Probably rotate like so. Well, I thought I was going the right way. Maybe I need to put eyes on it. Oh, that's really close. What the heck? Wait, what the heck's going on? Did I just put it in backwards? Boy, that makes a lot more sense. Okay. Okay, that is the brake finished. Now, I think I need to put the booster on at this point. Yeah, I think so. We'll take this guy, and I had some question about this thing. It seems like there's an adjustable push rod here. So is the existing push rod location correct, or do we need it to be modified? Looks like the push rod is flush with the end of this flange on the old one. And on the new one, push rod is a little bit short. So does that rotate? How does that work? If I hold that guy, can I rotate the other portion? Let's see. A lot of times tools get magnetized and they tend to hold on to little pieces of steel. Okay. That looks a little longer. Oh, that's it. It's about 20 thousandths proud. What's the distance on the brake master? Okay, let's check this side out. See where we're at. Open app. Ooh, the invite to dinner. Boy, that's tempting. Let's see what we got here. So, let's look. Where's the zero set position on this brake master? It's in 15.6 millimeters, and the flange is in 16.4. So it's about 0.8 millimeters shy of flush. So if that push rod is 0.8 millimeters shy of the flange, then we'll be right at zero. So let's take back some of that length that we gave earlier, that we acquired, and get closer to our 0.8 millimeter figure. All right. That's about 0.5 millimeter proud, so we're real close. Okay, that's pretty darn good. Yep, that's just about 0. So there's going to be the slight amount of force. I wonder if I need to make it so that there's a little bit of play. I think it'll be all right. I didn't see anything for adjustment of this in the book. So if there's a little bit of space, that means at times there will be no contact. In fact, at most times there will be no contact. And if the viscosity of the grease doesn't prevent it, we could have continued re-wetting of that surface, although the surface is kind of halfway up the side. So it's not really energetically predisposed to re-wetting itself. So maybe there is no actual benefit. This is just to make sure that the rod isn't too long and closes off the feed to the reservoir at 0. I think if anything, I probably want this rod to be shorter, so I can get that brake pedal to have as its 0 set point, or its initiation of braking point, lower in its travel, so it's easier to heel and tow. So let's go ahead and dial this out of here, and we're just going to call it good. Okay, so now, well, that's really low. That's about 2 millimeters down. Oh, look at that. This moves right away. So, yeah, that's fine. That'll be it. Okay. There's going to be a little bit of play then. That's okay. All right, and all right, here we go. Now, these studs are actually ridiculously longer than they need to be. I could probably just cut those guys. I don't see any issue why they need to be as long as they are. Now the ones underneath, they do need to be a little longer because the casting is thicker there, but at the top they don't. So let's go ahead and mark those for a cut. Actually, this side doesn't need cutting, but this other side does. They just screw up my thing. Nope, it still works. Oh. Let's see, maybe I can just mark it with the tool. pretty good. I think that's long enough. Great. So sit there and be patient. You. Okay, now I need a metric one. Great. How about some earplugs? Okay. Wow, very nice. No thread corrections necessary. Okay, so next. Fantastic. Okay. Great. And I guess I can put the bottom ones in too. So we'll go ahead and stick those guys in there. Sure. Although I wonder, I guess the cutout is real. The cutout is not real. Maybe it's real enough. I don't know. I don't really like how that's sitting on there. Well, maybe it's okay. Okay. We got one more at the top. Okay, fantastic. Oh, that won't work. Okay. I doubt this half will work, but we can see. No, I don't think it'll work. Okay, almost. Super. Now the actuating rod on the brake. Let's see, so we've got, what is this, a pin and one of those quick disconnects, I think. Yeah. Okay. Looks like it has a washer on it too. I guess there's enough motion there they think it's necessary. Well, I guess the motion is relative. It has to go right there, doesn't it? Okay. 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 Done. Now, I think this guy can drop in, and let's see. I will need to install the clutch actuation pin as well as then the clutch pivot. I think the actuation pin comes first. No, the pivot comes first. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Even though it won't really matter, we'll just pack that full of grease. And I don't think there should be a vacuum seal there, but it might not be imprudent to prep it as if there were. Don't know. Well, I guess maybe not, because if we have, if we have any leakage of brake fluid, we want it to come out instead of contaminating the pressure booster by force. So we're going to do the pivot first, and then we'll do the activation lever. Now the pivot's going to be tricky because we have to account for the over camming spring at the same time that we're installing this silly pin. And I guess we'll see from which side we put the pin in. We'll see which side we drop the pin. I think I'll put the pin in from this side. That'll make sense. So it's weird that this didn't clean up very well. It's sort of clean, but not super clean. I wonder what these, I almost think they were from a Jag 420. I thought that's what he said. I think that's a hotter welder than we had at the shop, although this one's pretty big too, so maybe it isn't. Okay. So how high can I get this out of here? And still get the pin in. Oh, I see. Okay, well, let's do it without the spring then. Let's see, forget the spring for now. Okay. And then maybe we can put the spring on by lifting this up. The hell is it? Is that it? That is not it. Let me put the clip on first. Of course, this means I won't be able to get the clutch lever out unless I pull the entire box out. Is that a good idea? Boy, I don't know. That's a big commitment. If I do it the other way, I can at least pull the clutch. And if I break that, well, if I break that spring, I got to pull the pedal box. What's the other one like? I probably should do it the other way then. Okay, that just means I need to press this. My gosh, that's difficult. How am I going to get the brake pedal compressed against the force of that booster? I'm going to get this thing in the other side. Let's see. So I have to get that pedal down. Yeah, right. Right. This is going to be like a combo move because I can't get that fastened unless I push the booster. I don't even know if I can do that. Let's see. Can I even push that pedal down? Yes. Yes, I can. No. Yeah, that works, but let's see if I put the pin in. Alright, so here's what I'm proposing, is put the pin in like so, and then the pin will at least be removable from underneath, although I have no idea why I'd want to do that. But it's at least possible now. Whereas if I put it in the other way, it's impossible. In fact, as I'm looking at this, I don't really see that there's any way or need for it to sit like that. I don't think this is necessary. The conditions under which I'd need to remove that pivot pin are also the conditions under which I would need to pull the pedal box in order to change out that broken spring again when it next fails, or if I deem it not strong enough. So just go ahead and put the pedal in now. Okay. Drive the spring to the other side. Put the pedal up and put a little oil on it anyway. Or maybe a little bit of tenacious anti-seize. Oh my gosh, that's the last thing you want to drop in a nice black interior is a jug of anti-seize. Can't get much more antisocial than that. Okay. Hi.
Can I talk? You're on camera.
Number 2.
Okay. I'm gonna go.
Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, it's hot here today. What is it, like 77? $78. Oh. So we're going to be at the limit of better take a picture of this thing. All right. So, what do we got? Oh, I forgot to put the clip on. Okay. Okay. So, how do we do this? Do we put the cylinder on and attach the spring and then the pin? Yes, that's what we do. Cylinder. Okay. Okay, I guess we'll use these little doodads there and these MGB things here. Just one. Okay. So that's fine. I guess this is going to go underneath there once we get down far enough, which we're not. Okay, so now I need to get that spring put in and a pin. Yeah, spring and pin. How the heck am I going to do this? Where's the spring? Boy, this is going to be tricky if I can't see anything. Maybe I need to put the pin in first and then the spring. I think I can actually compress the spring to get it onto the lever notch. And if the pin isn't in, then the whole assembly can rotate far enough to release the spring. So I think that's it. I think the pivot goes first. A little bit of super stuff. And I think this side had the nut on it. So I should just be able to go right in at this point. If I can get in there. Oh my gosh.
Okay, good. Now before I screw this down all the way, let's make sure that I can get that spring in, or if there's some preclusion against it because of the position. Oh, it's on the wrong side. Son of a burrito. There's no way it can fit. It's all on the wrong side. No, that won't work at all. Where's my thing? Oh, it's way the hell over there. This might work. Spring come this side, pedal go that side. Spring go over here and come forth. There we go. Pedal come up and sit here. Where the hell is it? Come on, pedal, where are you? Spring come this way. Pedal go the other way. Like so. Good. Good. There we go. Well, it's good that the clip is easy to put on and take off. Nope. Not quite on there yet. There we go. Come on, you piece of crap. There we go. Okay. Next is the spring. Okay, so oh, I guess that doesn't really work, does it? Have to do it blind? Maybe. Where is the lever? Now I kind of wanted to be out all the way. This thing is a total pain in the ass. It's really in my way. I wonder if it'd be easier from inside the car. Let's see. Boy, that thing barely even fits. What the hell's going on? Studs are gone? What's wrong here? Shit, the stud's gone. Oh gosh. Oh, I gotta pound those studs in from the other side. Oh. Well, let's see what we can do for the spring, and we'll worry about the studs in a minute. That goes there. Okay. I think all I need is a pair of needle nose, and I can probably push that into place. A nice long pair. Crazy. Oh, I forgot to tighten down the goddamn whatever. What's wrong with those studs? They totally disappeared. You can't even see in there. That's not going to do it. If I turn that nut around, I'll have a better time with it, I think. I don't know what the deal is with those dumb studs. Okay. So let's go ahead and pop that guy out of there. Okay, got those studs that freaking just disappeared. That one's gone. Huh, weird. Okay. I need to hold this up. I'm going to need a piece of wood or something to sit there. That's not going to do it. That might do it.
Hey, yo, Mr. Man.
What's up, buddy?
Where do you think is the best?
Speak up. What?
Where is the best place to move the engine?
Why does it need to be moved?
Mom requested that I move it.
You're not going to be able to do it by yourself, and I'm too involved in this project to help you.
Okay.
If you pump up the tires, that's one step closer, but I've got enough jobs on this car that by the time Isabel gets here sometime in the next 24 hours to 36 hours, I want to have this car out and reliably driving again. So my time is quite limited on this project.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh. Let's see, what are we going to do? We're going to try to I don't know what we're going to do. Let's see, if I move this here and that there, is that enough for me? Maybe. Okay. Alright. I can't tell what's going on here. This looks like we're almost at the limit of where the... Oh, we are. Weird. I don't know. I guess I need to move this guy out of the way. Although it doesn't really matter, does it? Why does it seem like something's different here? Something seems different. Okay, that's supposed to be the upward limit of travel. But it doesn't seem like it is. Let's go ahead and put this cylinder on here. Oh, hang on a second. There's something missing. It's a spacer of sorts. What's that spacer for? I don't know, but I didn't take it into account when I measured the flow to that travel of that rod. I wonder if leaving the spacer off is any problem. I have been having issues with not being able to press the clutch down fully and get full release, so perhaps I better leave that spacer off. I suppose it's to limit the potential of bottoming out the cylinder and fracturing something inside. But I think I'm going to let it ride for right now. Let's see what happens. Okay, so that's the clutch. Why does it seem like we're closer to the 17 than we are the 26? I don't know. It just doesn't seem quite right. But whatever. Wonder if I can get this in there now. Seems like it's a lot closer. Well, if I pulled the pin out, I could position the spring and then put the pin in. Maybe I'll try that. The pivot pin, let's see if that works. It's not as nice of a solution, but I'm a little uncomfortable with how close this pivot is to the spring activation end. It's almost as if I misunderstood the different lengths, the zero length and the fully depressed length. Almost as if those marks are not right. If that's the case, then we may be in a position where the spring is not going to have the right amount of travel in its range. Okay, there's that. Now let's get it on this part. Well, that was a lot easier. Okay. Much easier. So now, put the clip on. Okay. Stellar. Okay, so tighten the pivot. Where's my wrenches for that? Go down until we're tight and then back off a certain amount, like that. Okay, good and good. All right, so what's left? Probably put this thing back in. Now it felt like these studs migrated downward into the car. Yeah, that one kind of did. Weird. The other one hasn't, but that doesn't mean it won't try. Let's see what we got here. So I've got to get the pedal box down, the studs lifted,
or at least not obscured. Maybe it was an alignment issue with these studs. I don't know why they're so loose. It's kind of a weird deal. Okay. Okay. All right. This is all done. So it just needs to go in. Okay. Gloves ripping. Okay. I have no idea how these studs are supposed to come through here. They're very tiny and they're preloaded in a goofy way. They aren't long enough. Everything is not in position. So how the heck is this supposed to work? It's almost like they could have worked, but they were replaced by studs that are too short. And I don't even know what's going on there. It's like those nuts are unwelded or something. I don't get it. Let me just scoot this over. Let's see what the heck I'm doing.
All right. If in fact the captivated nuts are unwelded from the backside, then I'm going to need to figure out how to restrain the studs. Wonder if I could unscrew them a bit. That might be fun. Let's see. That would lengthen them, and I could at least get something else on there. It doesn't seem like they're really in danger of coming off. Let's see what we got there. Okay, so put that thing on there. I am. Those are 1/2 inch, eh? Yes. So it's up here. Why is that not working? Hey, bro. What's up? When are your pals coming over?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Perfect.
Side door batteries dead.
Okay. So, okay, there's one. Okay, that one's kind of unscrewed. Now we'll pop this off. Okay. Kind of weird that they would have studs here. I guess it sort of makes sense, but not really that great. Okay, so that one's sticking up a lot further now. Now if we just do the same thing over there. Be able to lift up that stud. Just don't know that I can get my fingers in there to push them up any further though. So I'll have to be really careful with the alignment. Can't really see what the heck's going on with this wiring bundle in the way. Craziness. Oh, Jaguars. Ugh. Okay, we're using the double butt technique to unscrew this stud. All right, there's that. Give me a 13. Even though it's 1/2 inch, it doesn't matter. We'll tighten it up here. Okay.
Now unscrew that stud. Okay, and unscrew the nut. Okay. Okay, now that stud's sticking up further than it was before. Well, let's see if that's enough to make it work. Just have to drop this guy down, put the you know what I should do? I should take those studs out completely, twist a notch into the top, twist a slot, and then make them into screws. That would be better. Let's do that. Well, let's see if it'll work first. If it works first, then we're done. If it doesn't work, then maybe I'll do that. Okay, so piece of wood. Okay. Oh, that's just what I was hoping for. Nice. Oh, it worked. Okay, great. All right. Lock washer. And a 1/2 inch. Yeah, good. Good, that'll work be just fine. Okay. Now that lower one, I don't know if I can get an even washer on there yet. I'll have to try and see. Nope, the washer can't fit yet. This one maybe a washer can fit. I'm going to put a Belleville washer on there. Something a little thinner, see? One, two, three, four. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are called Belleville washers in American speak. I don't know what they are in British. They have a slightly conical nature to them, which is compressed when you tighten them, and then the spring steel that they're made of is hard enough that it resists the unscrewing of the bolt with those teeth on the front and the back. The benefit over a conventional lock washer is it's thinner. It also doesn't dig into aluminum in a way that destroys the preload that it has, or the aluminum itself, unlike regular split lock washers. So if this is thin enough, I can get this all on together, then it'll have a locking function without damage to the pedal box. Great. Top. Oops, let's just go ahead and get this alone on there while it's doing nothing. And the top one. Is that the right one? Yep. 5/16 NF24. Okay. This is where having the stud slotted would be beneficial because I can make sure that the stud goes down all the way. But boy, it sure doesn't fit very tightly. What do we got there? Is that a lock washer? Feels like a lock washer. So I'm going to put the Belleville washer on instead. Jaguar used Belleville washers a lot up against aluminum structures. But for some reason, the ones that were here, when I took the car apart, had just conventional lock washers. So maybe they were replaced during the conversion. Hey kitty cat, what's going on? And I do notice now there is a ground that needs to be respected, so I gotta unbolt this guy again. And the Belleville washers work really well with grounded systems also. They can dig into the grounding lug. So that's even better. I'm going to put the ground lug on first, then the Belleville washer, then the nut. Oops. Okay, Belleville washer. Now we'll put the ground lug on. Then the Belleville, then the nut. Okay. And what does that go? It just sits there. Now I should see what's going on with the clutch travel once this is installed. Okay. Oh, I neglected to include the bracket for the reservoir in my stack up. Guess it's good I cut that one a little long then, huh? Oh well. Oh, I'm going to use the 1/2 inch super twist on this guy. I'll try to use the 1/2 inch super twist. Maybe I can't get in there. I don't think I can. You gotta use the tiny wrench. Wow, even that won't fit. That's just amazing. Okay. What else we got here? So I better get a half, real half. We should probably feel that clutch trap. See what it feels like. That would be prudent. Okay. Nice. That feels pretty good. Got a little over center action, but not much. Good. Good. I like it. Excellente. Okay, let's see here. Hi. Join us in the backyard. Okay, great. That sounds like fun.
Non just got here.
Super. Yeah, I saw a lady drive away in a red SUV. Maybe that was his mother. Waved at her. Okay. A couple more bolts and I'm ready to see this project done. And then I've got an exhaust leak and an oil leak that I need to take care of.
And are those surprises?
The oil leak may be. I don't know enough about it yet to know if it's a surprise. The exhaust leak, no. It's just a catch from the last exhaust servicing. It didn't get addressed at the time because I was eager to get out. But
Are you on camera?
Mhm.
Nice. Okay. Well, I was trying to do a little homework
great. Homework is good.
and do a little navigating for Oscar.
Okay. All right. Let's see. There we go. Snap on half. Now, if we, well, I don't know why this thing is kind of not very sticky outy. Okay. So why does that stud not come out very far? I don't get it. Maybe it's because that thing's in far. So let's go ahead and pull that one out a little bit. Give myself a little bit of time. Don't know if that'll help or not. Those just barely come out of there. What is wrong with that part? Nothing? It seems inconceivable that there's nothing wrong with that part. But that's really the way it looks. Okay, so Belleville washer, and then the nut. There's barely going to be any threads on that. There it is. How am I going to tighten that thing down? One half of a flat at a time, maybe. Nope, getting there. Oh. Boy, that's really a tight squeeze in there. Maybe I can get the smaller half. I guess I better have a close watch on the time if I'm going to be on time. 6:02. There we are. Got a whole flat that time. That was good. Here comes another one. Well, with so few threads doing any work in this joint, I guess it's probably good that I've got the Belleville washer under there. And I really don't know why these studs are so short. I don't see a need for them to be that short. But kind of wonder about that. I might need a crow's foot here. That might work. Not there. .716 to 9/16, no half to save my life. So funny. Don't know, but I'll just take this 13 and call it good. Oh, another one. Okay. There we go. That's a flat. Wow, major torques here. Uh-huh. Okay, that takes care of that one. Easy cheesy. Alright, next comes that top thing that I had loosened. Okay, so all these guys are tight. I gotta grind that bracket. I think I want to be able to install this bracket without having to take that nut off completely. So I think what I'm going to do, well, you know, it might not be a big deal now. I might be able to get this on there. Maybe it'll be okay. Maybe it'll be all right. Okay, if I pop that washer off. Let's see what we got here. Kitty cat, what are you doing? I got a Belleville right there. So I'm gonna pop this guy off. I don't think that'll fit, but this may fit. May. May not fit. What the hell was that? That bracketry. Good. Good and good. Okay. Good. Tight. hang the ban on fireworks. Okay, good. Cool. Hey, wait. These aren't nylock. I thought they were nylock on the other car. Well, I'll deal with this later. Later, alligator. And we'll have the... Yeah. Okay, time for dinner. Kitty cat, I'm leaving you. You want to come inside? No? Oh, gotta watch. Got the end of stream.